My name is Nguyễn Lan Hương. I'm from Vietnam, and it's a very great opportunity that I have been here in Geneva. It's my also first trip to Geneva as well, and attending to the ILO conference is the most inspiration for me. From this conference and what I learned here, I already initiated some ideas to work up in my country, wake the youth up, wake the other people up, so they could care about the youth in employment and also other aspects of life. So it's a starting point for me and also the starting point for many people. I will empower them as I was empowered today, and that's my promises. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Ola El Taliawi. I'm from Egypt, and for 3 days now, I've been participating in the Youth Employment Dialogue hosted by the U.S. Department and the ILO in Geneva. And we have been talking about the youth employment crisis situation in the whole world and debating policy options and recommendations for improvement in the coming years. We've met with university professors, economics experts, and ILO staff, and we visited the U.S. Department of State mission in Geneva. And it's been a very inspiring experience that I'm sure we will all carry back to our home countries. And we are very happy that the U.S. Department of State is trying to integrate the voices of youth from all around the world to make better policies regarding youth employment in the future, because this is a very critical time to address this particular policy field, given the grave transformations that the world is going through, and at the same time, grave opportunities that the world has. The world right now has the largest, youngest population living in the developing world, and maybe that is the solution to a lot of the problems that exist over there. We just need to think of innovative approaches, bring all our voices together and all our heads together, and really think of solutions to the problems and address them, and I'm sure that we will succeed. Thank you.
My name is Tyson from Zimbabwe. The work that I do concerns particularly mobilizing young people to influence policy on issues that affect them. And youth unemployment today is one of the key concerns of young people in Zimbabwe. And if we are going to be able to tackle that problem, we need to engage on policy and make sure that our policy recommendations are comprehensive. And by comprehensive, I mean, one, they should be able to address all the issues that affect young people when it comes to unemployment, but also they should be consolidated. We should not have a piecemeal approach where we have policy issues being dealt with from different corners and being uncoordinated, and in certain cases even being contradictory. So I think moving forward, for me, it is going to be important to bring together youth in Zimbabwe for a dialogue process, for them to be able to identify those policy contradictions and policy issues that need to be consolidated so that we can be able to address the issue of youth unemployment in Zimbabwe. And I think we cannot overemphasize the issue of political will. It's a good thing today that we have this report on addressing youth unemployment being adopted by the ILO, and it's full of good recommendations that deal with youth employment issues from formal employment perspective, which is creation of jobs, but also from supporting youth entrepreneurship. And I think moving forward, we cannot overemphasize the need of political will if we are to comprehensively address these issues, because it's going to take a lot of resources and coordination of policy for us to be able to successfully address youth employment everywhere in the world.
Hi, my name is Puan. I'm from Nepal, and I run a social enterprise called EcoPrize in Nepal. We work on diffusion of renewable energy technologies through young entrepreneurs in Nepal. It was great opportunity that I got uh, to participate in this event, this meeting where I could share my experiences, knowledge, and also recommend different policy level and programmatic suggestions that I had to give to ILO and then US Department. I think this has also helped me to enhance my knowledge on youth employment issues, which has been in forefront of global economic discussions in last few years. And I'm going to take a lot from this meeting, and hopefully I'll get to participate in similar events where I can learn more in future. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Rodham. I'm Rodham Kwatson to be precise. I am Ghanaian, but then I'm based in Togo. I work with the ITUC Africa. It's a regional organization for the International Trade Union Confederation. I work as a human and trade union rights program assistant and also on youth employment issues. I'm particularly happy to be part of this forum because it's allowed me to express or to put on the ground the issues facing most Africans, most young workers in Africa. As we know, the African population is made up mainly of young workers, which is about 70% of the population. So it's actually very good to give young workers a chance to be able to voice out their opinions. And I think that ILO and the U.S. mission and other institutions are trying to do that, which is a very good initiative because it's given us the chance to participate and also to engage more with them. Because really, if you look at the situation, old people or politicians cannot really lay down the solutions to our problems. The solutions really come from us because we know how it is and we know what we're facing. So really, I think the time to act is now. We really need to be able to go back to the old mantra, which says that good education, good plus good grades would give you a successful future. Because now that is really lost. The future seems bleak, even when you are like very well educated. So really, this is what we are fighting for, and we hope that our voices will be heard, and people around the world would be able to come to join forces, and the future would be a brighter place for young workers all over the world. Thank you very much.
Youth employment is a serious issue now affecting all parts of the society. It's not only unemployment but underemployment, skills gap, not efficient skills, hard transfer from educational system to the business environment. These are all issues that are addressed here at the ILO. And our participation to the Youth Employment Dialogue is very significant. As participants to our countries, we have the responsibility to go back to our countries and take back all the remarks and all the conclusions that were presented here and discussed here, and try our best to address and emphasize on the political willingness to start changing their policies, improving their policies in order to make better policies for the young people, and try to incorporate these remarks and these conclusions in order to implement better practices and take into considerations the opinions and the voice of young people.